King Leonidas are coming at you here for this free live event tonight, man. I'm actually going to get started a few minutes early tonight just because I want to. I actually got to be on a call in a little bit shortly after this webinar, so I'm going to keep this very short. I got my points. I just got my phone out with some detailed notes. That's all. That's all I like to do. I like to make sure everything's laid out so I have my points, so that way I can get straight to the point. And just my intention tonight with this webinar is just to be able to create and provide awareness about true freedom to each and every one of you that are hearing the sound of my voice, that are seeing my face right now. Because being an online marketer, it does take work. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy because there's a lot of ups and downs, and you got to know how to deal with that kind of stuff. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit tonight about that and what it takes to be successful, and why I've received the results that I've had so far. This is now, I think, we're in March, so December, January, February, March. This is going to be my fourth month where I've made over $10,000 a month with and both with and without a company. And I'm going to be sharing with you how you can actually learn how I did that later on towards the end of this webinar tonight. So my goal tonight is to be able to provide coaching to coach at least 10 people off this webinar to get to a six-figure income level in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And how we're going to do that is simply I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story in a bit, why you should listen to me, the clarity of owning a home business, the importance of marketing your own business, and why it's important and very valuable to have a business coach. Okay, so a little bit about myself. Again, my name is King Leonidas, man. My name is actually Kiwasi Leonidas Giston. Everybody I go by Leonidas now. Because ever since the movie came out, people found out about that I was named after King Leonidas of Sparta. It kind of stuck. So if you're wondering about it, that's the whole deal about it. I do have my military ID. A lot of people don't believe me when I tell them, so I'll show you that it's actually my name. Okay, it's actually my real name. There it is, my military ID, Kiwasi Leonidas. Yes, so this is an official document from the government, so this is real. It's expired now because this is when I was serving as keep it, so people see that. A lot of people don't believe it. So anyway, there you go. So that's a little bit about me. What I'll do is I'll go over here in a bit and share my Facebook page and show you how to how to stay in touch with me, how to follow me, how to do all that kind of stuff. But really, man, a little bit about my story. Again, I served 10 years in the U.S. Army. I actually joined the Army when I was 17 years old. I got permission from my mom to go, and I actually took off the basic training on the morning of September 11th. I was on my way to the battalions, and that was my first experience about learning about what the World Trade Centers were and all that kind of stuff. And 6 months after that, I was literally on a C-17. Actually, it was a C-5. My way to, it was a C-5 from Dover to Germany, and from Germany to Afghanistan. It was a C-17, and that was now, man, over a decade ago. Holy smokes! And it's one of those things where I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and shortly after that, I remember sitting down one night. It was August or something. It was like August 16th. I just found out about my oldest daughter, and I told myself, I thought about my life, like when I would be an old man, like in my 70s, my 80s or whatever. And I literally went in there and I was thinking about, hey, what do I want to sit back and think about my life to be like with my kids? And I started to paint that image in my mind. And shortly after I got back from Afghanistan, sorry, living paycheck to paycheck, right? And I was like hand to mouth, couldn't really keep the bills paid, yada, yada, yada. And I thought to myself, man, I just bought a laptop, I just bought a car. I was like, man, there's got to be some way I can make just an extra $500 a month to be able to sustain, you know what I mean? And I went to the newspaper and I just looked in there, and it had an ad in there that said work from home, ask me how, and there was 800 number. And I went in and I dialed the number. I'm just gonna put my phone on silent, put it on airplane mode actually, because it's just gonna keep going off as I'm talking. And it took me 2 months to save up the $300 to get started in that opportunity. And I called the number. I talked to this couple that night. They gave me a little spew about 45 minutes or something. They told me about residual income and all that kind of jazz. And I got started with them like 2 months later. And I went in, and my first month I made a couple $100. Wasn't nothing really to talk about. But 4 months into it, I made $4,000, and that was 4 times what I was making as a private in the Army at that time, right? So I was fixated on it. I was all excited, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I literally ended up. I ended up just getting deployed to Iraq. I'm sorry, I just kind of spaced that a little bit because people are just popping up in the room, so I just kind of got like taken by surprise. So shouts out to Lauren, shouts out to Tina, shouts out to Johnny. I see you guys, man, that are coming in. And yeah, so I ended up getting deployed to Iraq, but the entire time I was in Iraq, all I could think about was literally this company, you know, like what happened to me those 4 months. That fourth month when I made that $1,000, and the entire time in Iraq, I was like 4 months in Iraq. You know, lost some friends, went through a whole bunch of craziness and all that stuff, and I'll share that stuff in another webinar. And when I got back, I ended up getting lucky to PCS to Italy, and that's when my life changed. That's when I started making $10,000 a month. I started making $20,000 a month consistently over about like 22 months. It lasted that long, and I made something like close to like 300,000, or it was a whole ton of money. I don't really remember. This was like over a decade ago. I was 20 years old when this happened, but I ended up losing all that money, losing my business because of some poor decisions and choices I made at the time. And I went through a really bad spear in my life, right? I went through a really horrible phase in my life where I almost committed suicide. I was so miserable at one point in my life where I didn't even want to live. I literally just gave up on living, and I ended up in the hospital. And when I came back to the States around 2006, this again, I had a huge breakthrough, and this is when life changed for me again. And this is when I ran into this guy that was talking about this product from this company, and we just ended up talking to each other. And he invited me to Barnes & Nobles. We sat down, talked to him for a bit, and then straight up, dude invited me to his house. And I mean, coincidence or whatever, but the guy that he introduced me to, not only this guy, he joined the Army the year that I was born, and then he was the commanding officer in the exact same building that I was now working in 10 years after he got out the Army, which was pretty crazy. And he ended up opening up my mind about really thinking big and what, you know, about what a rich dad and a poor dad is, about education, about money, about actually what a real asset is. And he really started to have me think differently about a job and about serving my country and about what real true freedom is, and about the most important part about it is the fear, the emotional fear that it takes to stand up and make a decision, okay, to be able to control your life. And it took me a long time to figure it out because I was young and I really wasn't trying to hear that crap. And I literally, this guy, he went in where he qualified in the company to go on a trip down where I grew up at in the British Virgin Islands, and everything that he talked about, I could confirm that it was true. And I joined the company again, and I didn't have any success with that company whatsoever, but I learned a lot of business principles that now today have allowed me to be able to, again, have the results that I had, to be able to put over 100 people into an opportunity within 27 days. It's not luck by any means, guys. It's all law why this is happening, okay? And I'm sharing this story with you because this is the reason why I was able to do something like that and be able to sustain my position in this particular opportunity and be able to generate a six-figure income. Now, I'm not here to pitch anybody in this opportunity. I'm here mainly to help you to understand about thinking about being a business owner, okay? Because, you know, as an online marketer, as an affiliate marketer, the business that you're in is your business. You are your business, okay? Whatever your cause is that you're in business for, that's your business, okay? You're not working for any particular company. I don't care what it is. If you're out here, if you're listening to the sound of my voice and you're wondering how to actually generate leads on the internet, how to convert cold traffic into buyers on your list, how to get people to follow you, how to get people to support you, there's one main thing that I want you to understand, and that's going to change the whole dynamic of your business. And it starts right here. It literally starts with your mindset. It literally has to do with your beliefs about money, your belief about yourself, okay? We do this for money, okay? The reason we do it for money is because we want the freedom. We want what the money can provide. Now, it's not about the money. It's about what it is we truly want. And that's why it's important for you to understand that this is not about just a get rich quick. We're not into get rich quick schemes. In the Bible, it says be wary of those kinds of schemes. They don't work. They don't last long. So everybody needs to get that out their head. Now, I am going to say that with my focus is on one particular primary opportunity right now, but however, without that opportunity, I will still make six figures a year right now. I'm sorry, I will get to that six-figure a month without it and with it. However, it does not primarily depend on that particular company. What it depends on is the automation and the tools and the traffic sources and the the training that I've received and the coaching that I've invested in to be able to learn how to think about, one, how to advertise to my perfect prospect, how to actually create a niche inside of my industry that I've already been groomed in. For instance, as an example, I was in the military for 10 years. So guess what? Guess who I can target? Military members that want to get out the military, that don't want to serve 10 years in the Army, that don't want to be deployed in any service, that want a better way out, that maybe just want to, put some money aside for when they want to retire. Who knows? That's a big target market. I was in sales for a long time. That's another target market. I love flying. That's another target market. That's another niche right there. Just to give you guys some ideas. I'm also a musician. I'm also a steel drum player. I'm also a songwriter. Just to give you some ideas on niches that where you can actually go out in the marketplace and be able to create and speak that language, because you already know how to speak the language. The one thing that you're going to learn that I want you to grasp is how to frame the information in a way to where you can scare people enough with the reality of what the horrors of what they're going to experience is and their pains, in such a way to where they're going to take action to follow you and to make a decision like you did in order to be able to be a successful entrepreneur on the internet. And one of the most powerful things about doing that is you just got to show up and you just got to get yourself on a disciplined schedule. Most of you already know this, but the reason I'm laying this foundation is because as I'm going forward with these coaching courses and I start to educate you on how you can generate daily income with a PayPal account, how to actually build a corporation, how to use that corporation for tax purposes, for shelter. Like this is the kind of stuff that I'm trying to, that you're going to learn inside of my coaching, inside of my training, so you can actually be able to really experience freedom, to really be able to live your life the way you want to and not live in fear. Because when you live in fear, you don't live with faith, and you can't live for God or live for your higher purpose, or who you believe in a positive feeling, if you don't have faith. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in God or Christianity or whatever religion there is. I don't care. I don't care too much for religion. It divides us. I believe there's there's something bigger than us out there that unites us. There's a God, there's a higher power that keeps us united, and it's one of those things where when you believe in yourself, you have the same power as the creator, as the ones that came before us, to be able to have the results that you want. But the fear is we all go around at some point in our life blaming everybody else for both our success and our failure and lack thereof. Okay, because when somebody's successful, you point at them and you say, man, good for you, but I can't do that. Or, oh man, that's awesome, I'd like to do that. But you don't have the belief, oh man, I failed, so it's your fault, I didn't succeed. And you can't do that. You got to take responsibility for your results. You got to take responsibility for your success. Your success does not depend on anybody upline, anybody downline, or even your customers. It depends on how you deal with your business, how you deal with yourself, how you promote self, and how you grow yourself so that you can be able to grow your network, so you can grow your net worth. Okay, it's all about personal development and development principles, because success leaves clues. And there's a reason why, for instance, I get a little more into my story. 12 months ago, I was homeless, living in an abandoned building with my family with no electricity, no running water. And honestly, it was mainly by choice, because during the first 2 to 3 months of 2014, 2014, we didn't have any money at all whatsoever. We were literally broke. But because both of us, my wife and I, were musicians, we were able to get out there and take action and do things that, perform music, do things that we really enjoy doing. And we decided to stay in that situation because it motivated us every single day to get up and take action. Okay, I mean, I have a brother that's very successful. He owns what is equivalent to like Walmart in the Virgin Islands. I could have easily went and got $10,000-$20,000 from him, but I did not want to do that because I didn't want to give myself a cushion or a crutch to just give up on my business and give up on my own belief in myself. And that's why I stayed for 6 months. We lived in that situation because it was honestly, it was fun. It really showed us what we were made of. It really showed us how creative we could be and how much we can really dream and believe in ourselves and push ourselves when we have pretty much nothing to look forward to and there's no way out. And it really helped us to get across that emotional bridge that it does take to be a self-sufficient business owner. And I'm not saying that anyone that's looking at me on this video or later in my voice that you have to do that. What I'm saying is that's what I had to do to get myself into action to be able to do that, because I didn't have somebody motivating me or pushing me like you're gonna have being a part of this community. During that time, I did have one person that I was able to plug in with and talk to on I wouldn't say a regular basis, but from time to time, maybe once or twice a week or so, I was able to talk to that person, and they literally started to pour into my cup. At first I couldn't afford to invest in coaching with him. However, we just worked out. I did some work with him. I made some testimonial videos. He gave me access to products to teach me different things, and I literally just took action. A lot of times people go out and they say they're gonna do things, but they don't show up and they don't take action. And I mean, 12 months later now, I'm literally a six-figure earner now, hitting over 10 grand a month. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that because it's possible for you to do it. It's possible for you to be able to walk into who you need to be and who you want to be so that you can have the results. But you got to understand that you got to invest and grow yourself, and you got to understand that you are the entity that everybody that you prospect or you want to be on your team, they are the reflection of who you are. And I want you to really get that, okay? They are straight up a reflection of who you are. So how you live your life, your beliefs, all that kind of stuff, it affects the way you talk to your prospects or even your teammates in a subconscious manner. Because I know some of you that were especially out in LA with this, you've heard this before, and I can attest to this. The subconscious mind cannot take a joke, right? So if you literally have positive self-talk all the time, and this is something that I practice every day. When we were living in that situation, I would listen to books like the 48 Laws of Power, like the Way of the Superior Man, of the Power of Now, The Secret. What's some other books? I was listening to some Deepak Chopra books, I was really building myself up, and I was really borrowing from my future of being a $10,000 or $20,000 a month earner. As you even heard when I first started speaking, I made a mistake and I said six-figure per month earner, because that's now what I'm training myself to believe, that's where I want to go because of the bigger vision that I've now been able to grow to, being coached and mentored by people inside this industry that actually have trainings that work, that help, and you will experience results from. The thing is, you have to be comfortable and get to a place where you're okay with making a lot of money. It sounds strange. A lot of us think, yeah, we say we want to make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, but then when the reality hits and you see it show up, you're like, whoa, hold on. It's a different feeling, and you got to understand that. You got to be okay with that in order to get to that point. Okay, so why should you listen to me? I mean, because I've been through a lot of ups and downs in this industry. I've been in the network marketing industry. I've been in for about 12 or 13 years now. I've been in this. I have made six figures before in two different opportunities. I've been a six-figure earner. My last opportunity, it was a few years ago. I was actually one of the top producers in the company, where I would actually be on the leaderboards every single week. And I think I ended up making like 50 grand or something in that company in like maybe 4 months total. And I put like over 700 people in the opportunity inside of like 2.5 months or something like that. And, and it wasn't out of sheer luck. I did it. I was literally on the phone, man, 16, 18 hours a day for that during that period in time when I was building that business. But it was fun, and it was all offline, which was incredible. But then again, the company changed the comp plan, and it just fell apart. And it's just one of those things where you don't expect that to happen, but it happens. And those are some of the pitfalls that I know a lot of you that are seeing this for the first time. I want to get you to understand how to avoid those pitfalls as marketers, and how to actually be able to create budgets. If you have no budget at all right now and you can't invest in coaching, I want to be able to give you some information that I literally had to struggle to pay for the coaching in order to be able to afford it at the time, to be able to get this information and weekly income. The stuff that I'm going to share with you, if you're on a limited budget, it does require work. It's not something where you're just going to show up and then, hey, you're just gonna send an email, it's gonna magically happen. It can happen that way, but it's a lot more effective if you show up in your business and you actually get on the phone, you call people, you be yourself, and you be friendly, okay? And a lot of you have seen my Facebook, my Facebook stuff, and also my Craigslist stuff. And I'm just gonna share my screen with you really quick. I'm just gonna show you some cheat sheet stuff here in a second. Right? Man, one of the big things I need you to understand is the importance of marketing in your business, okay? One of the most important parts of marketing your business is the fact that you need exposure. You need people to see your opportunity. You need people to see your business. And it's one of those things where if you're not marketing your business every day, if you don't have a daily action plan, then you're not going to have the results. You're not going to have success. Okay. And I mean, you want to be able to have the results inside of your business, so that way you can have a budget to market. I know where all you guys should be. And if you're not, I'm going to give you the link to this group right now so you can get access inside of this group. Just create this pop-in real quick for you guys so you can get in there, because I want to keep this coaching kind of private. Image, button, boom. I want to keep this, man. All right, I'll just put that private Facebook. I'm gonna change the name of it as well for the new brand that we're building for what we're doing right now, guys. Okay, I'm gonna display the offer there. It should pop up on the right. You should see like something that says like pop-ups or something. Go ahead and click on it. I'm gonna enable the chat also, so you guys can see. If you got any questions, you can pop in the chat for me so I can see it. All right. But yeah, what I want you to be able to do is hop in the group right now. I'm gonna make a post in there. Right, let me change the name of this real quick. All right, and I'll be doing a lot of add-ons and improvements in there. Just lately, I've been like so swamped catching up with a lot of orders and stuff from clients. So I'm gonna be teaching all you guys in the that do get into the coaching course, all of the steps as far as building a funnel, how to build your own funnel, how to actually build an email marketing list, which is like one of the most important things that you want to do as an online marketer. I want you to be able to, let me just go ahead and request. Yeah, I want you to be able to understand how to approve. All right. Yeah, I want you to be able to understand how to, and that's important, especially if you're in a network marketing opportunity and you're doing a team build, so you can actually build fast and build effectively. Okay, because you see, like myself in a particular opportunity right now, like I said, I put over 100 people in the opportunity in about 27 days, right? And a lot of it was from relationships that I previously had with a lot of people. A lot of it was from some of the strategies that I'm going to share with you from Craigslist, from Facebook. And literally, guys, it's easy to be able to attract people to who you are, right? I've been doing a lot of studying lately. I've been on the phone with Facebook a lot lately, doing a lot of research and working on figuring out how I can actually allow you guys to put the power of what you're doing in your hands, so you can have more results. Because a lot of people that are in right now, that are on my team, I'm not gonna throw the name out there, because there are people that are on other teams inside of this opportunity and are not even in a company right now that are going to see this video. I want to keep it generic, okay? So it's not, understand, I'm not here to pitch you on any particular opportunity. I'm here to help you develop how to create a six-figure income online, okay? I'm here to coach you on how to do that, because you need to understand that any company on the internet right now can close their doors at any time. And you have to understand that you have value that you can bring to the marketplace on the internet. There's over 1 billion people on Facebook, so there's no shortage of people that you can market to, that you can create your own coaching to. And that's my goal towards the end of this. And so you can have the confidence, so you can understand how you can spend just an hour a day, maybe once or twice a week, doing a webinar just like this, coaching people on how to do exactly what I'm going to show you to do over the next 4 weeks for this particular first group of students that I'm going to be working with. And then throughout the rest of this year, guys, I'm here with this particular opportunity to stay. If you want to partner up with us in an opportunity, we'll talk about that later. If you're just here for coaching, well, that's all included. That's what the main focus is, okay? And the reason I'm putting that out there is because this is a very easy opportunity to be able to promote and market, and you can use it to do anything you're doing, whether you're offline or offline, because it's in the travel industry, okay? So it's not, I'm not trying to bribe you or pitch you on anything. It's just something that for you to think about, so that way you can see, you can leverage it, you can get six-figure coaching that I myself invested over $5,000 into what I'm going to teach you for pretty much almost for free, pretty much. So just understand the power of what I want you to understand, how to think, building a brand, building you as a brand. The reason why I opened up this training is because I'm seeing a lot of people that they're hurting right now, and they're not really getting results online like we are. And a lot of people they don't understand why there's only a certain number of people that are getting results rapidly, and why they may or may not be having results. Okay, this is a law. This is not luck why this is happening. And don't think that this is something that you cannot do. You can do it. Okay, once you believe you can do it, it's possible, and it's possible for you, and it's possible now. Okay, the one motivating factor that you need to grasp and understand is your why is the motivating factor as to what is going to keep you going and keep you motivated to get to that next level. Okay, which is, as an example, my why is I love my freedom. I love to be able to travel. I love to be able to wake up when I want to wake up, go to bed when I want to go to bed. To like right now, my next step right now, I'm getting ready to purchase a car. Okay, so I can just be free. I ride a bike right now, even though I'm making six figures. I'm still riding a bike, guys. I don't have a car. I chose not to have a car, so I didn't have a car note. But now, excuse me, I'm traveling a lot more. I need to be a lot more mobile. I'm just renting cars right now, which is cool and fine. I get to test drive different cars, but I want to be able to have that freedom, because when you do have your own money, when you do have your own transportation, when you do have your own home, you do have your own space, there's a sense and a peace of mind that you have that allows you to actually flow and allow currency to flow into your life, okay? And I made a post earlier on Facebook today, actually on Instagram, and I'll just go to my page real quick. It was this post. I was actually at the bank, and I went in and I just pulled out, I think it was like $400 or something. And the banker just came and she just handed me 50s, and I was like, oh, cool. I said, let me make a cool post about this, because I just thought it was kick ass. And as you can see, there's the tire from my bike where I was riding to the bank. And I mean, just being able to be free and have that sense of, oh man, I don't have to worry about paying my bills. I don't have to worry about building my business. I don't have to worry about marketing my business, because I have value that I can provide to not just my team, but anyone that I come in contact with. Okay, when you're marketing on the internet, you want to be able to offer options to people and not just bulldoze them and narrow them into one particular thing. Because when you do that, there's a lot of money that you're leaving on the table that you're not able to get, because you're focused only on one sole thing. Okay, and that's never a safe bet. Okay, guys, and the one thing that I want you to grasp, like I said, is you have to be able to provide value and understand how money flows, the flow of money. And this is very powerful stuff, okay? Right now, I'm going to make a post, and this is all part of the process, okay? If you don't have this set up right now, I need you to comment below so I can put these trainings together, and I can email you these trainings so that you can get these trainings and set them up and go through them on your own time. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, so first step, you need a merchant account, a processor, right? And so you can receive payments online, so you can be able to you can receive payments online, right? Okay, hang on. So let me make a poster. Comment do below if you have a PayPal account. If not, get one here. Okay. And then comment below. All right. And then this is very important. Make sure you order a PayPal card. Right? And the reason for that is starting out as a new marketer on the internet, PayPal is a cool processor that you can use to receive and send payments, okay? And it's very convenient when you have the card, because then you can just go to the ATM and pull out cash if you need it, or if you're, as a marketer especially, and let's say for instance you're stuck somewhere and you need some cash sent to you real quick. It's a good way to be able to have that, to leverage that. All right, so that's something that I always encourage people to have starting out, until you generate enough revenue so that you can be able to launch your own LLC. Um, and we're going to go into more details on that later, how to do that, so you can have some tax shelters. You can actually pay yourself as your own employee. So, when you get ready to go make purchases, it's easier for you to get approved for anything that you want to do, because they look at you kind of weird when you own your own business and you kind of dress kind of not professional and stuff all the time. Okay, so there's just little tips I want you to understand as business owners. And this is all part of the coaching process, because if you don't understand these things, when you start to make a lot of money in this industry, your business is gonna stress you out. It's gonna give you a lot of pain that you don't want and you don't want to have. Like, for instance, I have a friend of mine. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but yesterday I learned that he was a top earner in a network marketing opportunity, an online affiliate company, and he just got terminated for no reason, for what I understand so far. Out the company, they just terminated him, and I mean, they shut his account off, they stopped paying him, everything. So, and you don't want to be in that position, okay? And that kind of made me rethink about how I was structuring this coaching. And yeah, I'm gonna get into details about the how, but you need to understand the foundation of what makes the how possible, okay? A lot of the emotions that are involved, we need to get them out of the way when you do think you're getting emotional, because when you make decisions from an emotional standpoint, you end up losing, okay? Many times you end up losing. I made an emotional decision last month and I lost over $6,000, okay? I had a hard loss last month, and it actually, I fell into illness, man. I got sick because of it, but it's just one of those things where that's where resilience come in, and that's just part of being in business. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you, but you're going to face challenges like that, okay? You're going to have setbacks like that, but you got to be able to bounce back. One of my mentors, he had a big challenge last year when, PayPal shut off his merchant. He made like $50,000 in 1 month. The next month he made 60 grand, and then they just like shut him off. And that's just a problem that you have, that you may or may not face. I'm not saying avoid those pitfalls. I want to really lay the foundation so you can get there and just understand and getting rich can happen overnight. Getting wealthy takes time. But when you get rich overnight, you can also get poor by the morning. But when you build wealth over time, it takes a long time for you to lose it. It takes generations for you to lose it. And that's the most powerful part here. And honestly, I believe that's part of what my purpose is as an online marketer, as coming out and being an entrepreneur and a coach, an online coach, is because I'm willing and have taken many risks that many of you that are on this webinar that you probably don't have the courage to take because of the fear of rejection, the fear of lack, the fear of loss. And like, that's why we and when I say we, I say my partners, myself, your boy Shamoy, and Jermaine Watt. When we met up in Los Angeles a couple weeks ago, we decided to come up with the No Fear Network. And that's the whole reason behind it, is because we want to get people from living in the place of fear and let them know that fear will not get you anywhere, okay? So we're going to be coining that a lot and putting it in that position, not just for this opportunity that we are working in right now, but as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as friends, and most importantly, as family, you know what I mean? Because look at the power of what we're doing. Each and every one of us, we're at different points around the globe, we're at different locations, and we're still able to train, connect, do everything pretty much live, and take advantage of the power of the internet. You know what I mean? So the things that I do share with you guys, please take it serious. Please, there's a lot of this information. I had to pay like thousands of dollars, man. Like, I mean, some of the stuff that I'm going to share with you, there's other guys on the internet that are probably going to get pissed at me because I'm going to be giving away a lot of the stuff that I paid thousands of dollars to learn from them, that they still charge $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 for people out there to learn. I'm going to be giving you pretty much almost for free, if not low costing, because the information is very valuable. The information I'm going to share with you has made me over close to 40 grand already in the last few months. Doesn't mean that you have to pay that much for it, okay? It can still be reachable for you, because for me, I think it's more valuable when I teach you how to fish and yeah, you stretch a little bit. Okay, you're gonna have to stretch a little bit. You're gonna have to invest in yourself. You're gonna have to invest in your business if you want it to grow. And that was the big difference in when I saw a big change in my business. When I invested in coaching with my mentor, I learned a lot of principles, man. I learned a lot of little secrets and tips that I'm going to be sharing with you guys that now have changed my network. It's changed my net worth. And like my first month when I hit 10 grand back in December, I lost $1,800 in investing in, and I'm not going to get into details on that, but and that was a hard loss for me. And I went into a depression for a few weeks. And then a couple weeks after that, came out of that depression, came into an opportunity and just killed it and just really took it to the next level. And that's, how I did that is really what I'm going to be laying out in the weeks to come in the upcoming courses, because I don't want to overwhelm you with the information. I want to give you bits and chunks of it so that you can actually take action on it bit by bit. Okay. I'm working on a lot of different projects right now where I'm actually where, as you guys can see, I'm not that active on Facebook and posting on social media right now because I'm working on some different trainings. I'm working on a lot of different tests on revamping my Craigslist marketing right now because there's some new changes that came out with Craigslist, and we're going to be I'm going to be heavily going into that because I have been getting a lot of the applications in, and there are quite a few people that all right, cool. I see you in there, Lola. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that have been having issues getting to that point. Okay, so coming up, on the applications. I'm sorry. Coming up, I'm going to be sharing with you how to actually create that ad budget from Craigslist using Craigslist. What I'll probably be doing just to make this more effective, I'm going to be doing weekly classes. So it's either going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's going to be around 7 p.m. Eastern. I will be sending you information in your email specifically just to everyone that fills out the application that I'm going to give you here in a minute. I need to have you on a particular list, especially in the group, so that way I can make sure that you're getting the information that I'm going to be giving to you, because I'm going to be sharing with you how you can actually get pay-per-lead set up, the one-time offers for CPA networks, because these are networks where you can actually generate daily and weekly incomes. A couple $100, man, $200-300 a day, a week goes a long way, especially when it comes to Facebook marketing and Craigslist paid marketing. And that's the most important part behind where you can build a quick email list. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how to do some webinars and stuff, and and I'm gonna structure it in a way to where most of the how-to stuff that's not directly income producing stuff, I'm probably going to be teaching that for my my high ticket students week by week to break it down, because there's a lot of fine detail to it. And the one thing that I want to give you up front each and every time we do meet is a bit of information and knowledge so that you can have an income producing activity. Okay, because the main thing, your income only increases when you produce an activity that directly impacts your income. So what I'm going to do here right now, before I do get you guys to that application, I'll probably just drop that in the group so everybody in the group I can make sure everybody sees it in the group. What I'm going to do real quick, let me set this up real fast. I'm going to just run through really quickly. I'm going to run through really quickly here for you guys the Facebook inbox strategy, okay? And I'm going to cover some quick details and points so that you guys can actually get to taking advantage of not just these webinars, but the whole process that I'm going to show you how to actually start to grow your business. Okay, 1 second. There's one thing that you will need if you don't already have it, guys. I'm going to take the offer down. You will need a capture page system. I'm going to post up right now the one that I use. It should be posted up. You guys should see it right now. It should be okay. Let me see something. Hang on. All right. Yeah, that's it. I just posted it up. It's the much. I think it is. If you guys see it, that's the system I use, and I'm gonna be shooting some videos on it, sharing with you guys exactly how I create the pages, how I actually create the ad copy, how to actually build the funnel, all that kind of stuff I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And guys, believe it or not, that's like some very valuable stuff I'm going to be sharing with you. And that's how you can actually design your own custom funnel to convert your leads. Okay, one of the big things that you have to understand as a marketer online, people need to see you. They join you, they want to see your face. Okay, they want to be able to get with you on the internet so that you can connect with them. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to show you this. I'm going to run through this because a lot of people are missing this. Some of you guys may or may not have already seen this. This is going to be like this is like a freemium in this free training right here, where you can actually take advantage of this and start to build out your income. Please, guys, keep this to yourselves. This is something that we don't want to get this too out of hand. And just have people stealing your ad copy, because then what happens with Facebook, they will see the ad copy and they will start to flag your ads, and they won't approve your ads, and you'll wonder what the heck is going on. You'll get pissed off and you'll think this doesn't work, and you'll get all mad and you'll get butthurt and break a nail and cry, and that's not, no. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Okay, so control the information to help your team grow. So here's an ad. I'm just going to break this down real quick. Here's an ad. As you guys can see, I spent about 20 bucks on this ad. It hasn't gone through totally running yet, but real quick, let me just find a post that I can boost real fast. All right, so I'll just boost this one. When you're boosting your post, guys, you wanna have your target market to be very specific. Okay, you want it to be critically specific, meaning you want to have your message from your ad, which is, in this sense, your ad copy is your post. You want it to be congruent with your capture page, or the process of you getting your lead, your prospect in a sense, into your into your funnel, and in turn into your opportunity or into an offer where they can trust you a bit more. They see that you're real, you're showing up to help them, and they're going to make a buying decision. Okay, and what makes this easier is some of the techniques and tips I'm going to show you to do with the prospects after you get past this step in the future classes. Okay, because I can't give all the secrets away on this first webinar. I got to show you guys how to do the how-to. I'm going to give you an action step that you can take, and if you need an offer where you can actually get a result, whether it be for daily, monthly, weekly income, get with me in the group, and I'll get with me on the side, and I'll get you some information and make sure you get set up on time so that we can start getting you more results faster. Okay, and that way you can be able to control how much and how fast, how frequent you want to make money. So when you're doing your boost post, guys, if you want, you can take advantage of some of these webinars, and you guys can tell me if you guys want. I'll do some daily, if we need to do daily webinars to help you convert inside of whatever opportunity you have. We can set it up on autopilot, and we can customize it however it needs to be done, so that you can benefit from it. And I can show you, if you even want to do them, how to actually take this one little method I'm about to show you right now, how to use this software and actually build an audience to show up on a webinar for you for as little as $5 to $20. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just gonna start the budget out at $5, and what I'll do is I'll create a new audience. Add audience name. Actually, this audience right here is pretty targeted for what I wanted already, because it's the ad copy is kind of in that same realm. So here's a tip: after you boost the post, you cannot go back and edit it. So make sure that the post, the way the ad copy is, I probably have spelling errors in there. I don't know, but I really don't check that stuff, and I'm bad for it. But what you do is just come in. Once you come in to get your ad going, make sure your ad copy is straight. Your audience that you want to target, if you want to be able to get to boost more awareness for people that are already liking your page, you can click and select people who like your page, which means only people that like your page are going to see this ad. So this ad is going to show up pretty much in your news feed of everybody that liked your page. So if I click there, it's going to change my numbers. It's a lot lower. It's 300, you know what I mean? Because it's just my exposure is not as big yet on my fan page for it to be able to be thousands. And I mean, it's going to eventually get there, and you will too. So just understand that that's how that works. If you go people who like your page and their friends, now it expands it even more, and the numbers are going to increase because it's people that like my page and their friends. Now look at that. That number is 280,000 people are connected to my fan page through just the 1,400 people that like my page. So that's a huge network. So what I can do with this, I'll go and put 25 bucks for budget in there to see what happens. That'll give me 25 bucks to give me 3,000 to 7,800 people reached every day with this ad. I like that for that price. You know what I mean? I would run that. Just starting out though, even still, this is pretty good. For this target, even with people who like my page through targeting, let's look see what happens there. That number is going to fluctuate. This is a bigger network because of the people that I chose through targeting. This people who like your page and their friends work. This works for getting a great consistent message out to people, having them follow you, having them, your customers, your client, your fans, making sure that they're seeing your updates and all that kind of stuff. If you're doing a trip, if you have training, this is a great way to get more exposure to people that are already following you in your network. Because remember, on your personal page, you can only touch about 5,000 people directly with the post, but on your fan page, as you can see right here, if I wanted to do, for instance, a $500 budget, okay, it's a Facebook. It's very aware of that. Let's go 200. So I can get 30,000 people in a day with this boost if I really wanted to press this, which would, if I knew that, by testing this ad smaller, that this would produce numbers, I would run this. Because I mean, think about it, right? If I have a product that has a buy-in at 150 bucks, right? And I'm on a webinar where I get these people on a webinar and all of them close. Let's say I get 100 people on the webinar, and let's say 500 people, because with those kind of numbers you get a lot. And let's say out of the 500, 100 people close on that, you just make 15 grand on a webinar. You know what I mean? Just for spending 200 bucks. So that's not a bad investment. The reality of those numbers, I mean, they were probably a little inflated, and just to keep the math simple, but just run the law of numbers with it and think about, if you put 200 bucks into a targeted reach of 30 to 80,000 people in a single day. Okay, you run that campaign for a day, the amount of people that you can potentially have register for an event or to inbox you inquiring about what it is you're doing, you can literally spend an entire day sending people to an application, finding out exactly what their goals and dreams are, and getting them into an opportunity very easily, doing it in this manner. So I mean, as you can see, in my opinion, I like doing this form of marketing a whole lot better because it's more controlled and it's more targeted. So in a sense like this, to get people really targeted, what you want to be able to do is have your message from ad to be congruent with whatever it is you're offering to the individual. Okay, and you want to be able to offer it to them in a way to where they want it, and not where you're trying to ram it down their throat like bad medicine and you got to put honey on it. That's not what you want to do. Okay, you want to be able to make it taste good, look good, and you use their why to motivate them to get to that point, if that makes sense. Okay, so let me just pop back over here and see if there are any questions, because I'm just kind of rambling a little bit. Ramble. All right, somebody said my screen isn't moving. Let me see what's going on. All right, so guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here just in a second. Let me just see what's going on. All right, let me see. Oh, it's getting dark. It's getting late. All right, I can't see it. Can't even see the screen. Man, it is recorded, guys. So if you guys can't see my screen, I'm sorry about that. The recording will reflect it, so you guys will be able to see the screen for the recording. Yeah, you will be able to see the screen for the recording portion of that. And I will be sending you, if you guys missed the part about the boosting, I will be sending that again in a training for you, so you can actually see it clearly. As a matter of fact, I think I already posted it. I may have already put it in here. Yes, this is it right here, guys. So if you come into the group, I'll pin it to the top of I'll pin it so you guys can watch this video right here, where it's a much shorter video where I go directly into how to build a fan page real quick and how to boost a post on a fan page, so you can actually take advantage of that. And you can do that literally with just $5 a day, so you can start to get results right now. If you guys need any help with the fan page stuff, get with me in a private message, and I will be able to work with you on that. Some of you guys, I already have started doing that, and you've seen the results. You just got to be able to do more of it, and just understand that as people like your fan page, okay, you want to continue posting messages for them to see it, because they're going to see the information on your fan page, okay? They're going to see what it is you're doing, so that way you can get more exposure, if that makes sense, okay? So when you do that, when you start to get your message out there, people are gonna continue to follow you. They're gonna continue to like your stuff. They're gonna continue to connect with you, and it's just gonna be a matter of time before they end up wanting to partner up and join with you with whatever it is you're doing, or buy your product, or buy whatever it is you're selling, okay? So that's pretty much what I'm gonna cover tonight, guys. If you got any further questions, don't be shy to shoot me a message inside the group below the thread. Matter of fact, I'm making a new post there. If you have any questions, post in this tonight's. Okay. What I'll do is I'll post the webinar. I will post the webinar replay link right in this same thread, so you guys can actually post the questions here and actually see it, and I can just respond right there, okay? And this is really how we're gonna start to take over your success and help you have more results long term, okay? This is gonna be a marathon, guys. So just keep in mind that this is not a get rich quick. All right. Everything we do is a test. Even myself, I test everything we do moving forward. I understand the process, but the marketplace gives me the feedback based off the idea, and that's what I want you to run away with here with me tonight. All right, so guys, with that said, man, that's all I got for you for tonight's class. Stay on par with your email. Keep in touch. Watch, open all my emails that I'm going to be sending you about coaching, so that way you can get access. I'm going to make sure you guys get the application tonight and the replay after this webinar. So we can all stay up to par with you, even with your new prospects that come on board, so you can start to get immediate results. Okay, so that said, man, my name is King Leonidas, man. Thanks for watching this training. Thanks for showing up, guys. You show up in your business, your business will show up for you. I love you. God is love. Take action with that, with what you learn tonight, and we'll meet again. Just stay tuned for your email. I don't want to commit to a date yet, because things change from time to time. So just stay looking for emails from me and in the group, and we'll turn up and take it to the next level. All right, guys. So that's all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next bit of training. Peace.